Breaking news tonight involving Marco Belinelli, the former Hawk who has agreed to a buyout with Atlanta, will reportedly sign with the Philadelphia 76ers after he clears waivers. That from Shams Charania of Yahoo Sports. Belinelli has a ton of playoff experience, won a ring 4 years ago with the San Antonio Spurs. He shot 42% from three during that run. A year later with the Spurs, in a 7-game series, shot nearly 47% from three-point range. And he can do more than just shoot, but that's primarily what he's going to be out there to do with the Philadelphia 76ers. Join J.J. Redick or maybe serve as another guy coming off the bench who can space the floor for them.
Well, they need shooting. And so when you have a guy like Belinelli, he can come in there, he can play with J.J. Redick or he can spell J.J. Redick. And he'll create more space for guys like Simmons and Embiid. And they need that space, especially in playoff basketball when the game slows down. And you talk about half-court execution. Your execution gets better in the half-court when you have guys that can make shots around your stars. Because now you can't double or send 2 or 3 guys at Embiid if Belinelli's hit 2 or 3 threes in that quarter. So I think it's a good pickup, and also it's a good pickup for the future. J.J. Redick was only on a 1-year deal. If Belinelli plays well, you know, maybe he replaces J.J. Redick.
I just say bravo, Belinelli. Because,
I see. You put a little something extra on that, Coach. I see what you did there. A little something extra.
He's one of my favorite guys. I really like him. He's a great person. He's a terrific player. And the fact that now you start with Redick, you sit Redick, you bring him in off the bench, or if the team you're playing against happens to go small, now you have 2 guys who can really drill from downtown. Right. And when he gets it going, I mean, he keeps making threes where he can really shoot them.
I asked this question without knowing the financial implications because I don't know what the various teams had to offer Belinelli. We saw that with Greg Monroe. Celtics could offer him more than his hometown Pelicans could, for instance. So maybe Philly just had more money to offer. But are you surprised at all that he didn't land with more of a title contender?
That's a tough question without knowing what's been promised him after. You know, maybe there's more that's been...
you're suggesting there's more.
There could be. We don't know that.
Well, if I'm his agent, that's what I'd be trying to put Belinelli in the best position to be on a playoff team, but a playoff team that wants to sign him long term. And I think that's a good spot for him in Philadelphia. You know, if you're talking about Golden State, they might want him as a 1-year rental, but they might not want him, or they might have some salary cap implications where they can't keep him beyond that. So I think it's a good move for him from a basketball standpoint. And financially, if he plays well, he can get a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to do okay either way. That the lure of potentially getting a ring, getting in another ring in his case, that's hard to resist sometimes.
He has 1 ring right now. He might be trying to cash in that check. You can't cash those rings in, Matt.
Let's think about this. If the Joe Johnson rumor is true that he's going to Houston,
right,
that takes them kind of out of the mix for him to help them. So how many places could he go that he thinks he has a chance to win a ring? Golden State would be one.
Golden State would be one for certain. Boston, I don't know if they were in on Bellinelli or interested. I would have to think they would have.
I thought OKC would have been a good fit.
OKC would have been a great fit.
What about Cleveland? Has 2 spots.
Cleveland would have been a good fit. Yeah. They love 3-point shooters. He's familiar with the Spurs. They're familiar with him. I don't know if you consider them a title contender, but they're 3rd in the West right now. That's a good fit as
well.
I don't
know if they're title contenders without.
Well, I'm saying whether you consider them, that's still a good fit.
Yeah.
And they're in a much higher position than the 76ers right now. Anyway.